Like, let him finish this thing. We can dogpile on it later. Believe me, this is good. This is trust the process. Trust the process.
Danny, we're gonna listen to you as well. Don't get excited.
Danny, you'll get your chance to speak. Be a little patient. Come on, man.
I don't want it forever. I mean, it's just getting a ping.
Listen, man. Listen, man. Listen, man.
Thank you for asking this question. Okay. First of all, in the 2 days riots, it was the Al Jazeera was in Iran, the Turkish
Al Jazeera is not independent. Al Jazeera is not independent.
I'm just answering you. I didn't interrupt you. I just answering you.
I asked you for an independent organization. Then you're like, here's the most biased organization ever.
I'm explaining it all. Just give me 10 seconds. In the meanwhile, in Iran, it was Al Jazeera, Turkish TV, Azerbaijan TV, Kuwaitish News, and Dubai News. So why we don't allow the international community to come inside? If you read the Green Book about the Libya, you're gonna see that they claiming that Libya had the Gaddafi's. I'm answering that.
Hold on.
Hold on, you. Just be patient.
Danny, if you keep interrupting, we'll remove you.
Okay. Yeah. Why we don't allow the international organization to come inside Iran? Because the same organization, they went to the Libya and they claiming the systematic raping under the Gaddafi time. And when the Gaddafi gone and been butchered by the Mossad agents, they found out it was a zero. It was nobody getting raped in the Gaddafi time. So
you mean like with Sabak, right?
Trusting.
You mean with Sabak and international organizations, right?
We are not trusting any organization.
Oh,
American.
Oh, really? Oh, so when Khomeini...
You seem to trust them just fine when you wanted to use them to get rid of the Shah.
Yeah, when Khomeini was talking to the international organizations, when he was talking with the Zionist media, that was fine, right?
So we learn our
lessons. You don't pay attention to the lie he says. Even Araqchi, their own foreign minister, accepted on TV, on Fox News, he accepted that they themselves has killed thousands of people. Even their supreme leader that is dead right now, he said that some people were killed were innocent. Even them,
we are coming in the same 6,000 people.
Their own governments. They didn't accept the numbers, but they accepted 30,000 that were fired up. You know why? They were about to be attacked. They told them, if you come and accept some of it. They accepted some of it, and you deny it. It's shameful.
I'm not denying it. I'm saying the 3,072 people, according to the Iran medias, being butchered by the Mossad agents, which infiltrating.
And you say that you refer to the videos.
Hold on.
Mossad has the name, it is written on his chest that I am a Mossad, I am killing on the video.
No.
Who was on that? Show me a Mossad agent. Show me a Mossad. And why Mossad agent hasn't killed one of IRGC people?
One second.
Hold on. Let me tell you.
Hold on.
These IRGCs had gatherings everywhere. Why Mossad hasn't killed even one of them?
Yes, exactly.
So how do you claim such a crazy idea?
Mossad, the most competent organization on earth. Hold on. The most competent organization on earth needs to move 3,000 people out of Israel to come to Iran to get killed.
Not all of them. No, I didn't say that. I said the part.
Where is Mustafa?
Part of them was infiltrated, which had been trained by the Mossad. Part of them, not all of them.
They got
training against
Yeah,
100%. Yeah.
Just give me 5 seconds.
Somehow it didn't make Khomeini immune.
We're gonna give you lots of training. Your mission is to die.
You don't want to talk to the wall. You want to talk to the normal person.
Where is Mustafa?
Hunter, you say.
Can we just keep it on silent? Like, this is getting
You say why we kill. You want to hear somebody else, or you want to talk with yourself? You say why we kill him. If you go right now in your country outside, and you putting the gun in the police officer, what they gonna do with you? They're gonna put you down. Even if you're living in America or any other country.
Those people came out with their children, with their wives.
Riots
I'm so fast with it.
Riots is illegal.
Guys, I'm
Riots-
asking you one question. Why
It's
aren't you,
illegal in the face of who?
Why
Your
are-
Fatimiyun buddy?
why aren't you
Your
asking
Fatimiyun friend?
All right.
Let me just,
All right.
why aren't you asking him? You are in full immunity by the regime. You're not like, I'm with my own name. I'm talking with all my own name, and my family is paying all the price for that, okay? But you are in all full immunity. Why aren't you coming with your own name? What are you afraid of? Why aren't you here with your own name?
I'm telling
So let me
you.
know, who are you?
He's afraid
Do you
of
wanna-
coming
do you
out
wanna hear
as
an
a
answer?
Kurdish.
Do you want to hear an answer?
Your Islamic regime started to kill Iranians from 1979, okay? So shut up. This is how you took Iran. This is how you occupied Iran.
Is
All right,
elementary school? Are you 5?
All right. Okay, let's go to some other people. Danny, you wanted to say
She
something.
asked me a question, Uja.
Bro, we're going
It's going on and for minutes on end.
You
man.
don't
This
shut the
sounds-
fuck up.
She asked me the personal question. She said, why you did that?
You don't answer, you go over like fucking...
I want to answer. I want to
You give
answer.
a very
Because
convoluted,
MPA
long-ass answer about
Because
how you
MPA
had gay sex in the job or some shit, and then you have... Like-
Yeah, if he put his real picture up, his Fatimiyun bros would come out. The names of his Fatimiyun brigade
Because
buddies would come out. That's
if
why.
you put the whole picture up, as all my dear friends, they're gonna kick out of their working place, or you guys gonna attack their families in West. That's
Okay,
the way
Dad,
you
What
put
the
our
actual
picture up.
fuck are
Because
you talking
minorities
about,
and
bro?
MPA, they work inside
So,
my side.
All right, hold on.
Give him the
Shut the fuck up, Sam. We want Danny to talk now. Okay, go ahead.
Right, so when we talk about evidence, we must first agree to what we accept as a source of evidence. For someone like you, who's a supporter of the Islamic Republic, remember, these are people who tell us that the imams could speak to dead animals, dead bodies, and even speak to stones. They believe that donkey piss and camel fuck is medicine. And they believe that their imams sat on a donkey with wings that would fly around, Frankfurt Airport, and then would fly to Toronto Airport, and then eventually to the house of their God. Now, if I were to ask this imbecile, this terrorist supporter, to produce evidence, could he produce evidence? No. So to enter a debate, so if we enter this debate from the perspective of evidence, with someone who's not in good faith, who's not here to debate in good faith, we're not going to get anywhere. More to the point, it is not a question of how many people died. The question is the Islamic terrorist regime legitimate? The answer is no. When a regime is illegitimate, it has to be removed. If it is not willing to move aside peacefully, it must be removed forcefully. If this terrorist regime intends to stay in power, no matter the cost, we Iranian citizens have to remove this terrorist regime, whatever the cost, including involving countries who are our allies, namely the state of Israel, namely the United States of America. After all, this is precisely what the terrorist regime does. They bring in their terrorists from Iraq, from Pakistan, from Afghanistan,
From
and other
Lebanon.
from Lebanon, from
Africa.
precisely from any country there are shitholes. Fundamentally, the Islamic Republic, in its very constitution, is un-Iranian and anti-Iranian. Khomeini, in 1980, says this in front of the cameras. He says very clearly, for us, nationhood serves no purpose. For us, Iranian people are not important. For us, Muslim people are important. Furthermore, since this person asked for evidence,
Yeah,
and
also mention
this Khomeini,
Nasrallah literally said that Khomeini defeated the Persian civilization, and he took it over and made it a Muslim civilization. He destroyed
precisely.
He
Now,
destroyed a Persian civilization. This is what Nasrallah, leader of Hezbollah, which is backed by Iran, says.
Now, Khomeini also said this in one of his books. He says, for preserving Islam in the Muslim populace. You are not only allowed to lie, you are obligated to lie. To lie, to steal, to cheat, to engage in homosexuality, to drink alcohol, and to abandon your prayers. He even goes so far as for Islam, you can even murder your own imam. Now, when you have a constitution that is founded on such principles, which are not even principles, there is nothing to debate. It doesn't even if the Islamic Republic had not killed a person, even if they had provided prosperity for our country, which of course they have not, fundamentally the Islamic Republic is illegitimate. And anyone who associates with an illegitimate regime has forfeited any and all rights. That is to say, if I were to come across you, Sam, by virtue of you being supportive of an occupying regime, I have every right to do to you as I please. I have this right, because I'm an Iranian citizen. You, however, are a traitor. That is to say, if you are an Iranian. What's interesting is people like you, people of your religious inclination, you don't even know who your parents are. Or you may know who your parents are, because they are, your mother could be in a brothel, or your father could be a pimp, or perhaps both. I am not trying to insult you. This is an accurate description. Your mosques, your Husseinias, are brothels. And you know who pimps out your mothers and sisters, your own fathers? This is in your religion.
Yeah, the imam, the temporary marriage, huh? The temporary marriage.
Yes. It is mind-boggling how someone could know these things and still and choose not to distance themselves, to come onto a public space like this and talk about, what are you even talking? You should be hanging your head in shame. You should, if I were you, if I don't know if your father, if you knew who he is,
You want
actually,
personal attack me?
no, it's not personal. No, it's not personal, Sam.
It's
This
a
is-
personal attack, Danny. You can't talk about the normal civilizations. You're all the civilization in the planet. You
I'm
can't
trying
talk
to
about
help
the normal. You don't get excited. You get to some good points. Actually, I
Don't worry
want
about
to answer that.
excitement, Sam.
I
I
want to
will
answer
talk about
that.
excitement.
I want to answer.
Hold on. I didn't ask you a question. So hold on a minute. Let me teach you, my friend. Let me teach you. I said my friend.
Yeah, bro, don't say that. I was gonna say, don't call this guy your friend.
It's slick. It's just a habit. You know,
Yeah, it's just a habit. We've already decided he's gonna get edam mission, you know.
So Sam, precise. Yes.
Why you don't say that? Are you ashamed of your English audience?
I will tell you. I will
You
tell
know,
you.
I said
say
you're
what,
gonna get the death
say what
penalty.
you want to do.
I said when this is all over, you're gonna get the death penalty. We're gonna give you the death penalty after this is all
You
over.
said you want to
Yeah.
You said you want to
Sam.
Okay, thank you.
So why don't you translate the other part to English as well, Bachisiqi? You want to tell the audience what Bachisiqi
I
means?
will do the translation for him. I will do the translation for him. By virtue of associating with, listen, we are in a total war. Listen to this carefully, Sam, so you understand the gravity of the situation. The Islamic Republic has declared total war. Total war means every and any resource is used to fight the other side. The Islamic Republic has declared war on the Iranian people. So weapons, propaganda, lies, money, sex trafficking, drug trafficking, you name it, anything, any action they take, any word they use is considered participation in total war. You, in fact, are participating in this total war. You are an enemy. You are a terrorist. You may not like it. You may say that your actions are limited to speech, but you are engaging in total war. And the penalty for anyone who engages in total war, especially when the other side is a terrorist regime, is the death penalty. You do not understand the gravity of the situation. If your identity were to be revealed, there is a legal justification to hang you. If I were you, Sam, you and everyone around you should immediately surrender without resistance. For you bear the consequences. If your turn comes, you will regret it. You have seen what has happened to Khamenei, the so-called supreme leader. You saw how he was humiliated. He has not even he doesn't even have a grave yet. And the same goes for Shamkhani, Larijani, all the others, you've been eliminated. Right now you are at the mercy. You are at the mercy of the United States and Israel and the Iranian people. Stop wasting your time on X. Get out. Surrender yourself. Turn yourselves in. In fact, turn in the rest of you, the rest of you fools. And I think that's the best way. And I'll wrap up my discussion here. Thank you guys for listening.
Yeah.
Pioneer Punjabi job.
This is the type of guy that's never left home.
Okay, can I answer or?
Go ahead.
See, you're asking about the legitimacy of the government. The legitimacy of the government is not coming out of the one independence like you. It's coming from the parliament and the elections. The Iranian constitution law, even in the elections for 2 times, the one after the revolutions and the second one it was in the 14-15 years afterwards. So, and if you see the Iranian elections is usually being participating by the majority of Iranians, even in the parliament. So that shows the Iranian government is a legit government, which I believe they do the patriot more than everybody else.
So why can't I go to Iran right now? Why can't I go to Iran right now and vote? Why can't I go to Iran and vote
You
for
can't go
whoever
to
I want?
Iran if you don't know the MEK or the Mossad agents.
No, I can go. I can't go and vote for anyone that's not approved.
I don't know what you did in Iran. Did you murder anyone?
Let me explain.
Why can I be in the government as an Iranian?
Iranians did not vote in the last election. The participation was 15% max, 10% max. What do you mean majority?
The only people that are allowed to run.
He claims the majority. The majority didn't even show up last time. It was 10 to 15% turnout.
Hold on, wait.
The Danny
You're
was
not allowed.
justified the
You're not allowed to.
collaborations.
Let me explain something, guys.
Hold
You
on.
know the what they do.
Majority.
Okay.
It's like an RKK reactor burning all its graphite.
In Iran, you are not allowed to vote for anyone that's not approved by the Supreme Leader. They first need to get approved by the Supreme Leader before you're even allowed to vote for the person.
Can you vote for anyone you like in America? No, you cannot.
Yes, you can write.
Yes,
Yes.
you can. There's no guardian council screening them out.
As an
American
Iranian,
Guardian Council.
I can't even be in the U.S. government. I can't even be in my country's government. So shut
No, you
up.
cannot. You're not.
And where's
So
the
that where's
American
the
Guardian Council?
legitimacy of the government?
Where's
If
the
an
American
Iranian
Guardian
can
Council,
run.
Sam? Answer me. Where's the American Guardian
Danny,
Council?
let me answer the Danny first. What you guys coming up with? I don't know why did.
Danny.
Where's the American Guardian Council?
You giving me the option. Sorry, let me give you the option for surrounding yourself because you are the collabo as a French word. You know the collaborators in the Nazi war in the French government when the Nazis attacked them. You know what they did with them? I don't want to explain.
The threat on a recorded space. Remember that it's recorded, and we can try you for war crimes. We can report you when the new regime takes power, you know? Like some of us, we don't even draw the line at our blood relatives if they committed crimes. We are prepared to take them to court.
Rona, you get
Exactly.
Are you in elementary school?
You're on a recorded space, remember that.
All of you people
You're on a recorded space?
still want them executed.
Absolutely. Same with my family. Absolutely.
So that's no
Well,
civil.
I
We
wanna-
don't
I
treat
wanna-
nobody for
I want
your
to explain something here.
crime is
Explain.
not good. We don't
Shut
support
up,
atrocities.
shut up a minute, shut up a minute. I want to explain something because
You're very polite.
you're.
Listen, Sam, you're being very zesty right now.
Everything you say is just sounding exactly like this. I don't know why you do this to yourself and everyone who listen to you, but you start to really get on my nerves.
Like, seriously, man, come on.
Guys, I have to explain
When was the
something.
last time you had a cup of
Bro,
coffee?
let me
Like,
tell
have a
you
cup of
something
coffee.
real clear. Fatimine, bro.
You ate a lot of
I've
drugs.
got extended family who took the side of this regime, and if I found they had anything to do at all with the atrocities and Shaw, they absolutely are being turned in to the new regime, post-Islamic Republic, to be dealt with and sent their asses hauled to jail. Absolutely, 100%.
Guys, I want to explain
As you're
something.
very
Please.
educated, can I
You
ask
shut
you a
up. You
question?
shut up. No, you
Do
cannot.
you know
Just,
that
you
your
just answer.
father and the grandfather was
I have
living
to
outside
explain
the
something.
Iran
Shut up.
family?
I have to explain something. People who are in audience may not know what is the Guardian Council, because this guy claimed that, oh, we have a parliament, people go into the parliament, so our government is legitimate. Let me explain it. In Iran, there is not such an election. There is a selection by the supreme leader. How he does that and pretend that there is an election, he has a Guardian Council, some bunch of clerics and some thugs of IRGC who are selected by the supreme leader, go in a room and they decide who can be candidate, who cannot be, and only the people who are loyal and prove to be loyal to Khamenei or the regime, they can be candidate. And even after that, when they have this kind of selection and some people go and vote because they don't know what's in politics and they want to have some, a bunch of people don't know, and they go.
You claiming
Fuck
that
up,
40
shut the
million
fuck up.
people who actually
And after
claim
that,
Claiming exactly
And
that.
after-
Yeah, she's claiming.
and after all
that
these,
you're full of
and
shit.
after all these things that they put the guards, that nobody comes to the government, only the loyalists, and after that, even less than 10% go to the ballot vote, and the government only multiplied them. The last election they were exposed because all numbers were multiplied by 3. And everybody knew it was 30%. They multiplied all numbers and they were 39 and something like that. So they are full of bullshit, and you've heard them. I ask you, isn't it enough for hearing from these guys? We have heard them all these 88 days.
Can I just say something to him, please?
Just
To this
just-
little pedophile
just-
worshiper?
I'm finishing my speech. Let me say, 88 days, people inside Iran were cut off from internet, and these thugs with the allowed SIM cards, they call it white SIM card, we call it bloody SIM cards. They were using internet freely and spreading propaganda. Now, I think it's very hard for Iranians that I see beneath here or listening. They have to listen to them again. I think it's enough for them to talk. It's good to know people what are these thugs that are we're dealing with them. They kill and they lie to their stomach and say everything to make that it's justified. We kill because they're bad people and they disagree with us, so we kill them. I think that's enough. It's
Not disagree.
Not to mention Sam has magically become an expert on the U.S. government when he claims that the Iranian government is like the U.S. government.
Officers, they're gonna execute you in any country. You cannot.
No, America
Okay,
is not like
can I ask you,
Guardian
can I
Council
just,
of America.
In America, the police officer also can't fucking rape you before they kill you.
Where's the Guardian Council of America, Sam? Answer me. Where's the Guardian Council of America?
In America for the gun violence of the police.
Answer me. Where's the Guardian Council in America, huh?
Do you know that?
Less people
Are
die.
you serious?
Less people die. Less people die from gun
Are you
violence
serious?
in the
For
U.S.
gun, not for the
that
gun
died
violence,
in
for
Iran
the police
fucking
gun violence.
traffic accidents.
you terrorists,
More people dying. You have more people dying from fucking traffic accidents per year because your roads are so shit. Because this done shit for the fucking country.
Also,
More
Sam,
people die from traffic accidents than die from traffic accidents from all of the EU. More than they die from fucking U.S. guns. You're talking out of your ass.
So you
also, Sam,
justify
where are the 30
opposition
underground
that
missile
are
cities in America? Since you keep claiming Iran
can I
is
just
just
say
like America,
something to this Hussein
Hold on.
here.
Yeah, let's see Bahar wants to
Thank
speak
you.
to this.
So to this pedophile worshiper, and I'm not insulting you, that's a fact. Muhammad was playing with little.
I'm not trying.
Okay, no, you just listen to me. You shut up. You had your time. Okay, just shut up. I hit your
There were like
nerve,
multiple
right?
releases of the Epstein files, and in none of them were
Yeah.
is any substantial evidence of any kinds that like Trump is apparently a child rapist. There's like none of that in there. So if like the Epstein psychosis continues to fester within you, that is your problem. That doesn't mean that it's true.
Okay,
And don't let me start with Hamid Mansouri, okay? Little Hussein over there.
Let me say something. Under the Shah, the age of marriage was 18 years old. Remind me, how young can a woman get married now? 13? Oh, and they can get married
9 years
younger,
old.
according
You're allowed
to-
to marry at
Yeah,
the
9
age
is
of
the
9 years
official
old.
age, and they celebrate it in school for the little girls. I was in school, and they celebrated. They celebrated me when I was 9 years old that I'm a woman, and then I can marry a Muslim fucking man. Okay, so Islam.
Yeah, I remember.
Muslims
when I
are
was
worship.
in
Can I
Iran,
guys speak? Can I guys? I was just listening to you. Islam is you guys are pedophile worshippers. Okay. Your regime, shut up. Your regime violently took over Iran. Okay, when we had the monarchy, the Pahlavi monarchy, since day one, you killed. Yeah, start laughing. That's in history. Those are facts. You killed the army, the generals, okay? The army generals. You killed the politicians, and you killed innocent people working for the government, all right? And to this day, you are killing Iranians. So your regime has no legitimacy. So you can talk all you want here. You're a pedophile worshiper. Iranians are angry. Iranians found out that we are occupied by you fucking Muslims, okay? We will take our country back, and we will take our revenge. Shut the fuck up, I'm talking.
Islamophobia is not a real thing. Okay?
We
Come
will
on,
take our country back, okay? You have no idea how mad we are. I'm here with my own picture. I'm not like you, little pedophile worshiper hiding behind an account. And you're probably Hussein or Hassan or Ali. I don't even know what the fuck your name is. You probably have a Muslim name. I have a problem with Islam because Islam had a problem with me and my Iranian culture. Okay? So I'm gonna go down. I'm not gonna give you any more of my time listening to your bullshit. This is like what Trump doing, giving you people too much time. Okay? But with international help, or without international help, we will come after you and we will take our country back. Okay? یک بلایی به سرتون خواهیم آورد که توی تاریخ ایران ثابت نباشه. مرد شور همتون رو ببرن کثافتای
Same histories. So you cannot divide the Muslims and the
Oh, shut up. Islam is dead in Iran. Islam is dead in Iran. All the mosques will be destroyed. You will see. Oh, yeah. You will flee to Saudi Arabia or you will flee to Iraq, where your family comes from, okay?
So he's gonna flee out all his son, 'cause that's where he's from.
Yeah, and do bachi over there, because that's how they are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let's see.
Sam, Fatima Satehri. What about her? How do you explain Fatima Satehri? Why is she sitting in the jail while the fat ass Nargis Mohammadi sits free, huh? Fatima Satehri is a Muslim?
Hold on.
Fatima Safaris,
Let's-
when you're just bringing up the name, the Fatima Safaris is actually in his own courts in listening. He's admitted he's an agent and he's working for
Fuck off you!
The same court you killed innocent Iranians in 1979 for bogus charges. It's all bogus charges, okay?
Alright guys, alright. Okay,
Hold
come on. Let's calm down a sec. Let's calm down a sec.
Here's how admitting to something works in Iran. Hey, if you don't fucking admit to something, we're gonna rape your wife. If you don't admit to something, we're gonna do this to you. If you don't admit to something, this is how they get you to admit. Right? This is how they do it. Right? So when you say, oh, they admitted to this shit, none of that is fucking legitimate. It's about as legitimate as that fucking white guy in North Korea admitting to the fact that he was working for the fucking CIA. He wasn't fucking working for the CIA. He was just a retard that went to fucking North Korea for holiday. Okay.
Iranian constitution law.
Don't forget forced confessions. They forced him
Yeah,
to
exactly.
confess.
Exactly.
If not, they're gonna
Shiva, you have your hand up.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate. Well,
Ma, please, something urgent. Father Mr. never accepted something like that, and what he says is making her life in danger. I expect you not to let some people frame people inside prison, and if they start doing that at the moment, you shut them up because their life is in danger. Please don't let them to do that. She has never accepted to working, and she has never done that. She is not even that much pro-Israel, so she's kind of isolationist a little bit, and it's gonna burden her so much. Please don't let him to do that. Thank you.
okay, thank you.
To be honest, I don't even know who Fatima Safari is.
She is a woman who wears a chador, whose husband was killed in the Iran-Iraq War. He was served as a veteran in Iran's army, and she and her husband are patriots who also support the Crown Prince, Reza Pahlavi. She is a political prisoner who is in jail. She has a heart condition. The regime has tried to threaten her and hold medical treatment over her head because of her heart condition. And that's the person we are talking about. So when so many dishonorable people go and try to claim that somehow even the Muslims in Iran support the regime, Fatima Seperi does not. And she is literally almost dying as we speak because the regime is denying her medical treatment. And her crime was to speak positively of the Crown Prince, the legit opposition, and she's was tortured in the prison. And in the meantime, the controlled opposition, Nargis Mohammadi, she keeps gaining weight, and she's outside of prison. I know maybe not every political prisoner agrees with every other political prisoner, but Fatima Seperi is a patriot who has stood up for what's right in Iran, and she is doing the best she can. The regime is trying to kill her.
What
I
you're
don't really-
saying,
I don't
what you're
really
claiming,
trust-
you say these are monarchies and
Sam, this is my turn to
is
speak.
actually
Okay,
Okay,
Sam, sure. Okay.
Sam,
let's
this is
see.
my turn to speak, and I just want to add something to what Ronak said. And this woman that she's talking, the political prisoner, Fatima Saberi, 7 years ago, she signed a letter with a group of other activists asking Khamenei, the supreme leader, to step down because of all the cruelties he was doing to the country. And she and the other patriots asked him to step down. That was one thing to add. Another point, Sam, you were claiming that we couldn't connect the name of the people who were killed in Iran massacre. First of all, internet has been shut down up to 3 days ago. Your claim is not correct at all because people didn't have the means to connect to outside the country to report the names and send the pictures of the people who were killed. Even though, despite all of these difficulties, 7,000 names, over 7,000 names were already collected, and it's already inserted in a website that is called irantrial.org. Anyone right now can go on the website that I'm telling you. Why are you showing that sign? Just go to the website and check that instead. irantrial.org, you can go to there and you can see what I'm claiming is correct. You go to the website, it's both in Farsi and in English. You go to the pull-down menu, there is something that is called Eternal Wall, and there you see the names of the people with the pictures of them and where they were killed, okay? Also, if there was no massacre in Iran, how comes that the country's civil registration organization stopped publishing the periodic mortality report since last autumn? That's because they are afraid of the comparison of the statistics of the periods of January and February with that of the previous years. Because you can compare the statistics, you don't expect that the death ratio of
one year is so different from another year unless there is something like a massacre or something like a pandemic like COVID, okay? So why the regime is hiding those information? Because they know that as soon as those information, the statistics is released, we can compare that and show it. Third, they have even removed the names of the killed people from the websites of the cemetery list so that the people cannot get the list of the names. You're just showing signs. I am telling you the evidences so that people cannot go to the cemetery list and check the the date of the passing away of the people, and with that come up with some kind of a statistics of what has happened in Iran. And on top of all of this, Sam, your profile is from West Asia. And we know that the people who are connected with the regime and are connecting from inside Iran use that because you have access to unfiltered internet. Your profile is showing that you are not going through the filter net that the rest of the Iranian people are suffering from. People, when they want to come to X or any other website, they have to use the VPN, but your profile clearly shows that you are not using VPN, so you have one of those white SIM cards that are given to the mercenaries of the regime. We know that you're a mercenary of the regime, okay? Just I wanted to clarify to the audience here. Most of the Iranians didn't have access to the internet, and even now that they have limited access to the internet, they have to use VPN in order to be in the X. Okay, but this person doesn't have that. Okay, thank you for giving me this sign.
Can I go with the fact checks?
Oh, just a second, sorry, I had to add something else. Regarding the legitimacy, you claim that the legitimacy doesn't come from the people and so on. Then how comes that your Ghalibaf, this guy that is the speaker of the parliament, of what you call the parliament there, is actually being supported and promoted by the accounts that are outside of Iran? Today I released an article about this. I analyzed all of the accounts that have retweeted Ghalibaf's X post, and I showed that the largest group of the promoters are in fact outside of Iran and surprisingly broadcasted from the US. So your mercenaries are working hard to spread the propaganda of the regime from inside the Western countries, including the US and European countries. So you do not have the legitimacy inside Iran. You do not have enough even people inside Iran to buy them by paying them to spread your propaganda. You are hiring people from outside Iran to spread your propaganda. So do not talk about legitimacy to us, okay? And anyone who is interested in that, you can go to my profile, go to the article section. You will see the article I just published today, and with the information, with all of the figures that are showing the statistics, and the data is also open access on the GitHub. You can go and check that for yourself to see what I'm telling you is true. Thank you.
Don't forget Pakistanis that are also supporting them.
Okay, Shimajan, thank you first of all for asking me the questions in the right manners. It's the first time I'm facing the minorities with the actually good language. So Shimajan, you're claiming that Iran internet was blockaded. That's why you guys cannot actually take in the data. From the 12 days war to the recent war, it was a 6 months period, and the internet was working properly, which everybody in Iran, same as me, was using it. So how comes in this 6 months, all the news agencies like Reuters, like Axios, like everybody is claiming they killed the names and the national numbers, they are not reaching even more than 5,000. And that website you actually is bringing up, I see that website, and I checked that one with that Iranian TV medias, which is published the 3,000 people names and the national names. They actually same names are there, but they are not more than the 4,000 Shimajan, and the rest of them have got the no passport numbers.
What are your sources? What media? Islamic media?
No. It's over your head. Maybe it's asking.
No, what are your sources? Let me know. Is it like CNN or all those fake